Hello everyone and welcome to Mountain Bike Paradise. This is a modded map that is by far the best map that has ever existed in Descenders and could be coming to console very soon, which I'm very excited for. To start us off, this comes with a little board showing you where everything is, with 6 teleports and 9 different things to ride, including a skate park and a dirt jump section. It's very nice to see that someone went to the effort to make a little board to show you everything that is included inside of their bike park that they've made, because it is a really nice touch. Showing off the main little hub world that we've got here is all of the teleports with the main lines, dirt jumps, skate park, learning center, and then there is also 2 other teleports which take you further down the main lines trail, and they're off to the right hand side here of these main 4, which are the middle main and also the triangle hip. And these are really useful, they get you about really fast. Off to the dirt jump section now, and by far this is the best dirt jumps that are out here. I don't know how someone has figured out the formula to make the most perfect ramps, but they are right here. They do not clip. You will never lose your wheel into the ramp, which sometimes is a bit of an issue. It's not on Jump City. Like every now and again when you have a modded map, sometimes when the jumps are made you can clip into the floor, especially at Stoker on the big whiplash line. There is sometimes you will, if you pump wrong, you will clip straight into the floor, and this is not present here whatsoever. And there is so much variety. You have different splitting paths, you have different types of jumps, you've got a little thing that you can jump up onto and then jump off of. It is just so smooth, and it is consistently good the whole way down. It is perfect, and it just shows so much riding capability. Like, you have so many options to choose from, and there's also on the main platform at the start. If you go off to the right, there is a completely different jump line that you can take that doesn't really branch off. It's on its own sort of set path, but it is still, look, you can see from this big pan shot that is going on here how many ramps there is for this whole part. And this is, I'm pretty sure this dirt jump section alone is bigger than the whole of Jump City. It is just insane. Like, it is so perfect to ride. There's so many different features, and it all dwindles down into one large ramp at the end, apart from obviously the one right line, all the way to the end to this little hub area that you get to go to, and that's where the finish line is. And all of the, literally every trail connects here, apart from the skate park, which is just, off in the corner, because why would that need to connect to anything? Taking you on a little ride along with me here. This is a great dirt jump section. It is insanely good. Although, me being bad, I obviously clipped the first jump, but you can literally hit every trick that you want to. I'm pretty sure at some points you can hit like double 360s and double backflips. It just is obviously how you ride it, is which way you go. Like, I could have gone off to the left here. No, decided to carry on going straight. There's also little box jumps and stuff like on the other trail there. It seems to be consistently just box jumps the whole way down, and they ride really smooth each time you hit those. It would be really fun to whip every single jump here. This is the little thing that I was talking about. You hop up and then you hop straight back off. It's really nicely done. It flows into it really nice. It's not super jarring when you land onto it, and it's not super close where you could clip it if you don't get the perfect amount of speed. It does ride well 100% of the time, and you don't even need to pump all of these. Like, if you're an average rider and you don't really follow all of the mechanics in Descenders, you can completely ride this comfortably and not have any issues. And this last jump allows for some double bar spins, which is very cool. You don't get those very often, so yeah. Onto the skate park section now, and this is by far and quite easily the most jam-packed and best skate park that is in Descenders. It's not overly, well, it is overly massive. It's absolutely huge. It has a mega ramp, it has a boost track, and it has an airbag, a foam pit, and also a little box jump section. Obviously you can't add rails and stuff, so, and like ledges and whatnot, because you can't grind in Descenders. This is made perfectly for bikes and works excellent for bikes. This is easily the best skate park you will ever ride in Descenders, and I love how it looks. The wood comes out really nice, and I really like the way that the red outline is done and the blue outlines are done on the ramps. This is just such a good park. The amount of stuff that got added into this that didn't need to be there, like you could have just added the skate park and called it one map, and then done all the other stuff and called it another, and done the dirt jump and called it one. No, this is completely all shoved into one, and this is exactly what you want to see from Descenders. This is the content that you want to be seeing, and if this doesn't make it onto console, I'm going to be very upset, but this probably might not, I don't know, because of the fact that this is so huge. I think your console would literally explode if you tried to boot it up. These are the 3 teleports that are included in the skate park. There's the mega ramp, the booster park, and the airbag. These just take you to the different sections. Taking you around the booster park now, and you do not need to pedal for this. There is maybe one section that you do, which is coming up just in a second here, but this is really nice. This feels really good, and I like the fact that they're showing off different things that are in Descenders that you can make and do work. That little back section that uses the canyons, you know, bonus level, the little ranch skate park, it doesn't ride it particularly well, but it's not bad. It's definitely, you know, it works. It does its job, and it is there what it needs to be, because otherwise you wouldn't really make it round. So it's not bad. It just could have been a bit smoother. It does ride a bit jank. And then there's this little thing that you can arch over the door. It reminds me of a tech deck set that I had when I was little. This is by far my favourite bit of the park, and it absolutely blew me away when I saw it for the first time. You have a working airbag and a working foam pit. You can, you know, bounce on this like you would on the bouncy castle, and it works really well and you won't bail. And also, for the foam pit, it actually works. You can fall into it and get back on your bike and ride out. It is a completely working foam pit, and you never see those. Usually you would just like fall into like collisionless cubes and then, you know, get out and die basically. Heading over to the early learning center now, and this is really well made. This literally short, concise, tells you exactly what to do and works perfectly. It literally does pump correctly. It works, and it is exactly what you need it to be. You can learn off of this, and it's only literally 4 jumps long. Like they didn't overdo it. It's not crazy huge, and it rides nicely. You can learn actually from it, like they're in the correct positions, and it also takes you to a little moon jump section. Taking you on the little ride along with me to show you how it works. I've stopped pedaling and I'm riding it completely fine. The pumping works perfect, and it genuinely shows you what pumping can do, and it's not overly huge that, you know, you like, I know on the Blizzard map there's a pumping tutorial, you can completely pump that the entire way down, but it does sort of like take a while to get into it. But this is good because it also shows you how to moon jump. It's super simple. There's also a sign telling you how to do it, and this rides really well as well. I'm just sometimes bad and I miss my jumps, and then I'll clip the edge, as always, you know me. And then this actually takes you down to this little, I don't know if this is like sort of like an Easter egg or something. I'm going to let you go and find that. The alien spaceship crash. Showing off the little main hub area for the other main trails, like the big main lines. You have Hypersonic and Psycho. Hypersonic absolutely destroys Whiplash. This is an insanely huge line, and I'll show you it in a sec. It's just crazy good, and it rides super well. And then you also have, you know, the board to show you more of the trails. And then this is the start of Hypersonic, which actually takes you to sort of like a bit that splits off into loads more trails. Taking you onto Hypersonic now, and this is by far the most huge trail I've ever seen, and somehow rides completely perfectly, and there's no risk of you bailing ever. You will never overshoot these jumps, and you will also never undershoot them. I don't know how this is done, and you can hit 1080s, you can hit triple backflips on just by riding along. This is just a crazy line, and it rides super smooth. If you like big jumps or Whiplash, this is the most perfect trail. The only issue I have with Whiplash is that some of the times it just doesn't ride correctly, and this one just rides buttery smooth. All of the jumps ride perfectly. The speed transition into the smaller like ramps works really well. There's no hiccups in it, and it is just perfectly smooth the entire way down. And it's a really nice length as well. Sometimes trails can be either a bit too short or a bit too long, and this is one of the ones that is perfectly sized and works really well. I have no issues with this trail at all. It is so perfectly made, just like the rest of this entire park. This is the final trail that I'm going to be showing you today, and it is the lower half of Psycho, and it is absolutely huge. There is so much to this park that if I made a full video discussing every single trail that's in this place, it would probably take me over half an hour, and you don't really want to be sitting here for half an hour talking about one park. This is just a perfect map. you need to go and play this if you're on Steam. If you already have it, it's just called Mountain Bike Paradise on the mod browser, and this is great. I can't appreciate this map enough. This is the best map that's ever been made in Descenders, and I can't believe it's made by a single guy. That is crazy, or a girl, I don't actually know, but this is singly done by one person, and that's insane. It is huge, and it is so well made as well. It's not like it's massive and there's so much stuff that it's bad. It is so, everything works perfectly, and this is the best map that will ever come to Descenders. I don't even think the devs could do a better job, to be honest. I'm sorry, I love the devs and all because they made a great game, but this is by far the best map I have ever seen for a game that is made by any community member whatsoever. This is crazy, and this absolutely deserves to be in the game. I know that it'll probably take a lot to get it on console. There will be so much stuff missing if it does. I know that probably all of the little details and stuff will absolutely be stripped down. There'll be no trees. It's just obviously your console's going to struggle. You don't have some sick gaming PC to be running this insane map, but this is by far the best map I've ever seen, and you should definitely give it a go. Also, before I go, this isn't on console yet. This isn't. Before you come into the comments and start going, oh my god, I can't find it in the Bikepark section. I'm on Xbox and I can't find it. It's because it's not out yet. I'm just saying that it probably will be in the game, and I've heard that it is actually coming to Xbox. It's not here yet, but it will be. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you to my money havers, Psycho, Andrew, Francis, Grim, Hunter, Maverick, and Quackies. Thank you all for staying to the end of the video. Subscribe for more of this stuff, and I will see you a lot later. Have a good rest of your day.